A couple of their cardiologists are doing it, and it's the balloon cutting angioplasty, and they just guide that first balloon catheter transaortic, so it's right across the valve. They dilate it. When they do, it exposes a series of blades. Okay, so it blows out. It cuts or puts a little notch several places through that constrictive ring. Then they pull that one out, put another one in a dilating balloon, and they go oof, like that. And so now when it dilates, it opens it up, and it tends to stay open, and it won't fibrose and cut and go back down because it's been cut.
Is it similar to like what you do in a stent in a human?
Well, a stent is a device that's permanently in place
to
make sure that something stays open or patent. So I guess in some respects it's to ensure unrestricted blood flow, but this is a temporary device.
Oh, it's a temporary device. So is it help it build and stay in place, and they remove it later on?
They pull it all out and you're done. So
really?
it just blows open the constrictive narrow opening.
More like it stretches it, more or less?
Yeah.
And then it comes out.
But now that it's cut, and then stretches
so that
it.
it lasts like a rubber band when you put the holes in it. It doesn't come back like it used to.
So it will stay open. They have a better success rate with it because the old procedures would fail. They had a higher fail rate because they would just dilate it and open it up, but then over time it would just kind of.
And that's what was happening, and that's why they don't do that one anymore?
They don't do it as often. I don't know if it's completely not done anymore.
And then what's the, I don't know, since it's fairly new, I guess they don't really have the study on that, but what is the outcome
the studies are out. Yeah, they've already published some of that.
So what is the prognosis as far as
I think it's really good.
Longevity?
Yeah, I think it's pretty good.
Okay.
I think some of them still end up with a murmur, auscultable murmurs may persist.
It's better than death.
Yeah, and they may put them on beta blockers, but you could talk to them up there and see what kind of a program they've got.
Could you possibly, of course, after we know what we're dealing with, would you be able to put us in contact with some contact people?
It would be on the website. The cardiologist is Rebecca Stepien.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stepin?
Yeah, Stepin.
Okay. Oh, I think I've heard of her before.
Yeah, and she's done a lot of work with whippets. Yeah. Do you want this one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. So you might get in touch with her and just go to the website. There's another cardiologist up there. I can't recall the name.
Okay. Stepin I'm familiar with. I remember seeing her. It's Stebbin, right?
No, it's Steppin, I think.
Okay. I remember hearing the name before, so.
Yeah, but I think that's the right person to maybe contact.
Okay. Okay, good.
Awesome.
We'll know more, I guess, after a visit.
And see, I know your ABA has done a lot of work, I think, with them as well. They got a lot of whippet stuff going on.
And I work actually with the American Boxer Charitable Foundation as well. So
you might be able to work out something.
Yeah, they might be able to put me in the right direction too. So.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get the echo done. We'll find out what it shows, and we can make a copy of it that you could share with them.
Awesome.
And then we'll see. But a lot of the dogs, certain dogs don't need surgery, and they'll scale it and assess it. But a lot of times we'll end up putting them on beta blockers, like atenolol is a big one. We up-titer atenolol. But with her rapid heart rate and the lack of vagal influence and the fact that you're seeing symptoms at home, I think that she may be a candidate for the procedure.
Yeah, I was shocked actually when I saw her, and she looked like. Oh, and I forgot to mention this too. That when I went over, of course, her gums were completely white, completely white. Yeah. But she did not urinate or defecate at all.
Well, that's good though.
Yeah, so she was strictly a pass out thing, and I guess her head went. And all I did was I did some massaging motions in her chest. Yeah. And I gave her a little CPR. Yeah. And she came to, and then she started licking my face. Yeah, that's good. But she was real quiet at first, and then she started licking me. She was almost like a stunned look. Yeah. Like she didn't know where she was at. Which I know that, unfortunately, I know that look. Yeah.
Everybody else is good to go.
Awesome.
So that's good news. And we'll figure this out. And we'll find a way to, we'll help her.
Thank you very much.
There's so much available now that we can do to help. And the really bad ones get the procedure, and the ones that are not so bad, oftentimes we just put them on an up-titering schedule of beta blockers.
And she'll be staying with me until she gets the care she needs.
Yeah, and she might,
once she's stable.
She might be perfectly good pet.
Yep, and we've got plenty of people that want pets, girls especially. So,
But we
she's
will see. Sometimes you will see an episode, a collapsing episode.
Sure.
Anything that can restrict cardiac output can
Oh, I
potentially
thought the
give you
door
a syncopal.
So that's isn't that caused from like lack of oxygen to the brain, correct?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's oftentimes what it is. And if she was like super excited and running around and she was at what we would call a high output state, she may not be able to get enough blood flow to and she might get weak or collapse or have what we call a syncopal episode where she would faint.
Okay, and which is what she probably did, and it just
Yeah.
it was so weird. I was really calm about it. I guess because I knew this was happening. If this had happened and I hadn't been to you a couple weeks ago, I would have freaked out.
No,
but I was pretty calm about it because I know it doesn't help them if you freak out. So I was pretty calm about it.
Yeah, I would probably buy a stethoscope and have it on
I
hand.
should have brought you mine.
Oh
Yeah, and then just keep one on hand, and if she has another episode, just put the stethoscope on her. If she has a heartbeat that you're ausculting and you can hear, then I would probably just make sure she's ventilating.
Okay.
That she's able to she's moving, and you can use take your glasses off and hold it down there and see if she's fogging up your glasses. Is fine.
Oh, okay, that's a good idea.
Yeah, and then if she is, then just calm her and soothe as much as you can, and she'll come around.
Okay, which is what I did with her. I just kept her on my lap and massaged her until she was responding to me, licking me at first. At first, she didn't lick.
But if you don't have a heartbeat or you're not getting any respirations, then you're going to have to assist.
Okay. Great.
Well, let's see her in another couple of weeks, and we'll see where we're going to go.
Now, January 11th is her next appointment. Do you need to see her before that, or is that okay?
Not unless you're really having problems. If you're really, really having a lot of problems, we can certainly.
I will tell you that when she does play with the kid, because they're all like like this all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, they're very, very active. I have them all crate training now.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
So it's 2 and 2 because the 2 white boys have gone home. But when they're out, I limit her exercise. She plays a little bit because I want her to be as freely and happy as the rest of them. But with her, she's 5 minutes into playing, and her chest is.
You can see it.
Oh, her ribs
much
are just.
more than the other
dogs.
dogs.
I mean, you can see her
And
ribs
does she
just
start to
expanding.
get a little woozy sometimes?
She does, but we don't let her get to that stage
Okay,
anymore.
sure,
Once we see
sure,
her
sure.
ribs expand, I mean, it's like
You're gonna-
hard work.
you can
And we
see
grab
it.
her up
Right.
and we calm her, and then we put her back in the crate.
That's the way to do it.
I
Let's do it
I
that
don't put
way.
her right in the crate so I can watch her.
Yeah.
And then we put her in, and she's, calm.
Excellent.
But so I've been
Perfect.
really watching her.
All right.
So-
Well, keep me posted.
Thank you
Oh, of course,
so much.
you're
You're
entirely
so
welcome.
wonderful.
Nice to meet you. My
Thank you
pleasure.
so much, Dr.
Thanks, boys,
Randall.
for your help. See you later.
And thank you for letting us listen.
Oh, of course.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, no problem. You need help getting out to the car?
No, we're just going to take them 2 at a 2. We got another crate
perfect.
out there.
All right.
So
Thank you.
You're
Thank you,
welcome.
Dr. Randall.
Thank you. You bet. Bye-bye.
What? They're at home.
They said there was 60.
Thank you, Jesus.
Even
I
Green Boy
know.
cleared. At first I wasn't sure because he was like, cover his blew her nose. Well, he said it was real soft, yeah.
I know, but 2 weeks.